Friends, some failures happen slowly. Some failures happen silently. But corrosive sulfur failures happen brutally. No overheating warning, no gas alarm, no gradual insulation aging. Just sudden copper sulfide deposition on paper insulation and catastrophic dielectric failure. This risk comes from corrosive sulfur compounds, especially DBDS, Dibenzyl Disulphide. That is why modern standards treat corrosive sulfur as a pass or fail parameter, not a trend parameter. In today's Electroverse episode, we decode what corrosive sulfur really is, why DBDS is the most dangerous sulfur compound, IEC 62535 copper strip test, why there are no acceptable ppm limits, and why even trace DBDS can destroy insulation. Stay till the end, because corrosive sulfur is rare, but unforgiving.
Picture this scenario. You're monitoring a power transformer that's been running smoothly for years. The dissolved gas analysis looks normal. The breakdown voltage tests are acceptable. Everything seems fine. Then suddenly, without any warning, the transformer fails catastrophically. This isn't fiction. This is the reality of corrosive sulfur in transformer oil. And today we are going to understand why this hidden killer has become one of the most feared phenomena in power engineering. When we talk about transformer failures, most engineers think about overloading, moisture ingress, or thermal aging. But there's a third category that's particularly dangerous because it strikes without warning. Some transformer failures happen suddenly, even when routine diagnostics show everything is normal. Today's discussion focuses on this silent threat, specifically corrosive sulfur, and a compound called Dibenzyl Disulphide or DBDS. Let me explain what makes this so dangerous. DBDS is a sulfur compound that was actually used as an oxidation inhibitor enhancer in transformer oils. Sounds harmless, right? Well, here's where it gets interesting. When DBDS comes into contact with copper conductors at operating temperatures, typically between 80 to 150 degrees Celsius, it undergoes a chemical reaction that forms copper sulfide. Now, copper sulfide isn't just any ordinary deposit. It's electrically conductive, thermally unstable, and here's the worst part, it's completely invisible when it forms inside transformer windings. Think about this for a moment. Your transformer has thousands of meters of copper conductors wrapped in paper insulation. When DBDS reacts with these copper surfaces, it creates copper sulfide deposits that gradually migrate into the paper insulation. These deposits reduce the dielectric strength of the paper, create conductive paths where there shouldn't be, and eventually lead to sudden short circuits. The mechanism is so insidious that it's been called a chemical bomb waiting to explode. What makes this phenomenon particularly terrifying for engineers is that conventional diagnostic tests completely miss it. Your dissolved gas analysis may remain normal, your breakdown voltage tests may show acceptable values, your power factor measurements might not indicate any problems. Yet copper sulfide is silently forming and spreading through your transformer's insulation system. This is why corrosive sulfur is feared in the industry. It gives no early warning signs through standard monitoring techniques. The international standards community has recognized this threat and developed specific testing protocols. IEC 6253 provides the framework for detecting corrosive sulfur in transformer oil. ASTM D1275B offers the copper strip corrosion test that helps identify oils with corrosive properties. These standards work together with IEC 60296 for oil requirements and IEC 60422 for maintenance guidance to create a comprehensive approach to managing this risk. Here's something crucial that every engineer needs to understand. There is no safe parts per million limit for corrosive sulfur. Unlike other contaminants where we can establish threshold values, any detected amount of DBDS indicates a potentially dangerous situation. The presence of DBDS equals risk, while its absence means safety. It's that simple and that serious. When we perform the ASTM D1275B test, we are looking for characteristic copper corrosion patterns. The test involves heating oil with a polished copper coupon under controlled conditions. If corrosive sulfur is present, we'll see specific discoloration and corrosion patterns on the copper surface. The double-covered conductor deposition test goes a step further by including paper insulation in the test setup, simulating actual transformer conditions more closely. Recent research has shown that even concentrations as low as 5 parts per million of DBDS can cause copper corrosion over extended periods. Laboratory tests conducted at 150 degrees Celsius with DBDS concentrations between 50 to 250 parts per million showed copper corrosion within 48 hours. This demonstrates just how aggressive this compound can be under typical transformer operating conditions. Now let's talk about what happens when copper sulphide forms. The process begins when DBDS breaks down into benzyl mercaptan or forms a DBDS copper complex. These intermediate compounds are highly reactive and continue the corrosion process. The copper sulphide that forms has very low electrical resistivity, making it essentially conductive. When these deposits migrate into paper insulation, they create conductive paths that dramatically reduce the dielectric strength of the insulation system. The migration process is particularly concerning. Copper sulphide doesn't just stay on the conductor surface. It diffuses through the oil paper insulation system, getting absorbed into the cellulose fibers. Once it's embedded in the paper, the damage becomes irreversible. You cannot remove copper sulphide from paper insulation through any known process. This is why we say that once copper sulphide forms on paper, there is no reversal. Temperature plays a critical role in this process. Higher operating temperatures accelerate the reaction between DBDS and copper. This is why generator step-up transformers, which typically operate at higher temperatures for extended periods, are particularly vulnerable. The combination of high temperature and long exposure time creates ideal conditions for rapid copper sulphide formation. Detection of this problem requires specific testing beyond routine maintenance procedures. The standard dissolved gas analysis that we rely on for most transformer diagnostics simply cannot detect copper sulphide formation. Similarly, breakdown voltage tests may remain within acceptable limits even when significant copper sulphide deposits are present. This is because the deposits form gradually and may not immediately affect the bulk oil properties that these tests measure. The double-covered conductor deposition test has emerged as one of the most reliable methods for assessing copper sulphide formation risk. This test uses actual transformer paper and copper conductors in a controlled environment that simulates transformer operating conditions. The test can reveal the propensity of oil to form copper sulphide deposits on paper insulation, which is the primary failure mode we are concerned about. When it comes to mitigation strategies, we need to understand that this isn't a routine maintenance issue. Corrosive sulphur is a chemical bomb that requires immediate and decisive action. Filtration, which works well for many oil contaminants, is completely ineffective against DBDS. The molecular size and chemical properties of DBDS allow it to pass through conventional filtration systems without any reduction in concentration.
Metal passivators have been used as a temporary measure to slow down the copper sulphide formation process. These additives work by forming a protective layer on copper surfaces, reducing the rate of reaction with DBDS. However, and this is critical, passivators are not a permanent solution. They can slow the reaction but cannot stop it completely or reverse any damage that has already occurred. The most effective and permanent solution is complete oil replacement. This removes the source of the problem entirely. Oil regeneration can also be effective if performed properly, as it can reduce DBDS concentrations to very low levels. Some utilities have successfully used regeneration as a cost-effective alternative to complete oil replacement, particularly for large power transformers where oil replacement costs can be substantial. The economic implications of ignoring this problem are severe. Transformer failures due to copper sulphide formation are typically catastrophic, resulting in complete loss of the unit. The replacement cost of a large power transformer can run into several crores, not to mention the cost of system outages and emergency power arrangements. When you compare this to the cost of oil testing and replacement, the economics strongly favor proactive management. Case studies from around the world have documented numerous failures attributed to copper sulphide formation. These failures often occur in transformers that appear to be in good condition based on routine testing. The sudden nature of these failures has caught many utilities off guard, leading to emergency situations and significant financial losses. Prevention strategies must be built into both new transformer procurement and existing asset management programs. For new transformers, specifying oil that meets the latest IEC 60296 requirements, which limit DBDS content to less than 5 parts per million, is essential. For existing transformers, implementing a testing program that includes corrosive sulfur detection should be a priority. The testing frequency for corrosive sulfur should be based on risk assessment. Transformers manufactured between 1999 and 2015 are at higher risk because DBDS was commonly used during this period. Units that operate at high temperatures, such as generator step-up transformers, should be tested more frequently. Any transformer that has failed the ASTM D1275B or covered conductor deposition tests should be considered high priority for mitigation action. Understanding the chemistry behind this phenomenon helps explain why it's so dangerous. DBDS has the molecular formula C14H14S2. Under thermal stress, it cleaves at the disulphide linkage, forming benzyl mercaptan and other reactive sulfur compounds. These breakdown products are even more corrosive than the original DBDS molecule. The reaction is accelerated by temperature and the presence of copper, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of degradation. The formation of copper sulphide follows a complex mechanism involving multiple chemical steps. Initially, DBDS reacts with the copper surface to form a copper DBDS complex. This complex then undergoes further reactions to produce copper sulphide and organic sulfur compounds. The copper sulphide that forms has a characteristic black appearance and very low electrical resistivity, typically in the range of 10 to the minus 4 ohm centimeters. Research has shown that the reaction kinetics are highly temperature dependent. At temperatures below 80 degrees Celsius, the reaction proceeds slowly. However, as temperature increases to a typical transformer operating temperatures of 90 to 120 degrees Celsius, the reaction rate increases exponentially. This explains why transformers operating under high load conditions are particularly vulnerable. The role of oxygen in this process is also important to understand. In sealed transformer systems with nitrogen blanketing, the reaction mechanism may differ from that in open conservator systems where oxygen is more readily available. Oxygen can participate in the oxidation of organic sulfur compounds, potentially accelerating the formation of corrosive species. From a material science perspective, the interaction between copper sulphide and cellulose paper is particularly concerning. Cellulose has a natural affinity for polar compounds, and copper sulphide deposits can become firmly embedded in the paper structure. Once embedded, these deposits cannot be removed by any practical means. The paper essentially becomes permanently contaminated with conductive material. The electrical properties of copper sulphide contaminated paper show dramatic changes. The dielectric strength can be reduced by 50% or more, depending on the concentration and distribution of deposits. The power factor also increases significantly, indicating higher dielectric losses. However, these changes may not be immediately apparent in routine testing because they occur locally within the winding structure. Thermal analysis of copper sulphide deposits reveals another concerning characteristic. These deposits are thermally unstable and can decompose at elevated temperatures, potentially releasing corrosive gases. This thermal instability means that even small hotspots within a transformer can trigger rapid degradation of copper sulphide deposits, leading to accelerated failure mechanisms. The global experience with copper sulphide failures has led to significant changes in transformer oil specifications and testing requirements. Many countries have updated their national standards to include mandatory testing for corrosive sulfur in new oil supplies. Some utilities have implemented blanket testing programs for their entire transformer fleet, particularly focusing on units manufactured during the high-risk period. Risk assessment methodologies have been developed to help utilities prioritize their testing and mitigation efforts. These methodologies consider factors such as transformer age, manufacturer, oil type, operating temperature, and criticality to the power system. By using these risk assessment tools, Utilities can focus their resources on the transformers most likely to be affected by copper sulphide formation. The lesson here is clear. Corrosive sulphur, particularly DBDS, represents a hidden killer in power transformers. It operates silently, gives no warning through conventional diagnostics, and can cause sudden catastrophic failures. The formation of copper sulphide is irreversible, making prevention the only viable strategy. There is no safe concentration limit for DBDS. Any presence indicates risk and immediate action is required. Never ignore corrosive sulphur because it never gives a second chance. The cost of testing and mitigation is minimal compared to the catastrophic consequences of failure. In the world of power engineering, where reliability is paramount, understanding and managing the risk of corrosive sulphur isn't just good practice. It's essential for protecting our critical electrical infrastructure. The standards are clear, the testing methods are available, and the mitigation strategies are proven. The only question is whether we'll act before it's too late.
So friends, this is the real meaning of corrosive sulphur in transformer oil. This is not about aging. This is not about oxidation. This is about chemical compatibility with copper. Remember these rules forever. Corrosive sulphur, fail non-corrosive sulphur. Pass no tolerance, no trend logic. If copper sulphide forms, paper insulation loses dielectric strength, and failure becomes unavoidable. DBDS contamination cannot be fixed by filtration. Oil replacement or special treatment is the only safe option. If this explanation helped you understand one of the most dangerous oil contaminants, support Electroverse. Like this video, comment below. Have you ever seen copper sulphide failure? Subscribe, because next we close oil safety with Firepoint and PourPoint. You've been watching Electroverse, where every spark tells a story. Stay charged, stay safe, and happy.